What I want to talk about today is how to love your life. I feel like that is a very, very important question. A lot of people always ask, how do I get to 1,000 subscribers? How do I get to 4,000 hours of watch time? How do I make money on YouTube? How do you monetize? How do you do this and that? And obviously those things are important, but I think the more important thing is how to love your life. A lot of people say, what do you do? People answer with this question and that question. Where do you live? What kind of car do you drive? What type of clothes do you wear? What do you like to do for fun? While those things, like I said, those are important, but I think what's even more important is, do you love your life? We only get one life. And real quick, an analogy that I like to make is, imagine that life was like a video game, like a virtual reality, right? If you ever done virtual reality and you put the goggles on and you play, there's a place here, it's free roaming. So you have like a whole room and you roam around and you shoot all these different characters and it feels real. So then when you take it off, you're like, oh my gosh, like that was so fun. Like, I'm so glad that I did that. And you're thanking the people that made the game or that have the area where you do it. And you're just like, yo, this was so dope. Like, I would love to do it again. And I feel like that's how life should be. Get to heaven, you should be telling God, like, man, that was so fun. Like, we gave it all that we had. Thank you so much for that opportunity. It shouldn't be that you get there and you're like, man, that was awful. That was not fun at all. That was terrible. I quit. I wanted to give up every second and I just didn't take advantage. What I did for this video is I wrote down 7 tips, seven different things that helped me to stay happy, that helped me love my life, and I would love to share those with you guys. These are not in any particular order. It's just 7 things that I wrote down. So the first one is something I believe is, nothing is truly hard, and you just have to believe in yourself. Obviously, if you get down into it, there's things that are hard, right? There's things that are difficult in life. But I feel like the fact that we believe that they're difficult is what makes them hard. When we believe that it's hard, it's hard. Yes, yes, it is hard. I know that there's things that are hard. I know there's things that are difficult. I know things that are tricky. I know not everything is a walk in the park. But I think when you have that mentality that, hey, this is gonna be easy. I can do this. I'll be able to accomplish that. I'll be able to get there. I'll be able to reach that goal. It's that mindset that gets you prepared and ready to do those things. But if you're believing it's hard, obviously it's gonna be hard because you're thinking that it's gonna be hard. You just gotta do it, and it's all about mindset. I'm not perfect at it. It's something you have to practice every day. But once you master it and you get it down, I think that's something that really helps you love your life, because you're not sitting around thinking like, man, this is gonna be so hard, this is gonna be difficult. I feel like that wears on you. 24 hours a day, you're doing that minus the sleep, and you're always thinking stuff is gonna be hard and difficult, versus, man, I'm about to conquer this, I'm about to kill this, I'm about to do this, I'm about to crush this. When you have that mentality, man, you just can't wait for the next accomplishment or the next obstacle or the next hurdle or the next, difficulty or problem to come your way, because you know in your mind that, hey, I'm gonna be able to do this. So that's one thing I would say, is stop saying that stuff is difficult, stop saying that stuff is hard. Yes, acknowledge the fact that it might be difficult, but believe that you're gonna be able to do it. Number 2, I would say, surround yourself with good people. I think that is very, very important. What someone has been telling me recently, actually in our marriage counseling, is there's 3 types of people you need to surround yourself with. First one is someone that's where you want to go. So find someone that's where you want to be in life. That could be, if you're a YouTube creator, find someone that has, the amount of subscribers you want, that's creating the kind of content you want. If you're looking for married couples, find someone that's been married for 20 years. Whatever that looks like, of where you're trying to go, find someone that's already there. Then you need to find somebody that is on the same level as you. So they're doing the similar things that you're at in life, and you'll be able to identify with them because you guys are in the same space, right? And then you want to find someone that is not yet where you currently are. And so you want someone to lift you up, you want someone to do life with, and you want other people that you can bring up as well. So number 2, I would say, is definitely surround yourself with the right people. That's super, super important. Number 3, obviously, distance yourself from the wrong people. A lot of people, they get that first one right, of like, oh, I have good friends, but it's like, yeah, but you also have a lot of bad friends that are bringing you down. And when you're like, I need to work, I need to hustle, they're like, nah, you're young, you got plenty of time, or, oh, why are you working so hard, or you don't need to do this, or why are you traveling, just stay home. They're always asking questions, and it's like, you don't need that. When people don't believe in you, they don't believe in your hustle, they don't believe in your determination, they don't believe in your drive, they don't understand you, they're not trying to understand you, they're always doubting you. Those are the people that you do not need. It's not that you don't love those people. It's not that you have to hate on them. It's not that you have to talk negatively about them or to them. You should not do that. but you need to start distancing yourself from them. So maybe you talk to them when they say hi, but you also have to know, like, you can't be around that person all at the same time, because again, that negative energy is going to get into your mind, and that's not going to do well. You know, think about your car. You know what type of gas that you want to put into it, right? You're not just going to put something random in your gas tank and expect it to run. So it needs to be the same thing, you know, with our minds. We can't just be putting junk in there and expecting it to run like normal. We need to put in what we feel like is good energy, and that's how we're gonna run. So yeah, find some people that are good, but also you have to recognize when it's bad people and distance yourself from them. And to be honest, it could be family, it could be friends. It's probably gonna be family or friends that you have to distance them away from, and you just have to be unemotional to that. If you want to get where you need to go, you can't let your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend, whoever, hold you back from getting to where you want to be and where God has planned for you. So you just have to tell those people, like, I love you, I respect your opinion, but this is what I need to do, and right now you're not as supportive as I would like you to be, so I have to make other moves. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to have that courage. And that goes back to the first one. You might sit here and be like, well, that's hard to do, that's difficult. It's easy to do. You just have to make the decision to do it and work through it. Obviously, I'm acknowledging the fact that it can be difficult, but again, like I was saying, you have to have it in your mind, I can do this. This is something I'm gonna conquer. Number 4, I would say, is have a purpose. And there's a super great video that I'll link to it below. It's by Simon Sinek. It's called The Power of Why. I feel like there's a lot of people that are just doing things just to do them. And it's like, but why? You know, like, oh, hey, I wanna have so many subscribers on YouTube. Why? I wanna have so much money. Why? I wanna move here. Why? I wanna, you know, have this type of job. It's like, why? What is your purpose in life? Why are you doing what you do? When you find that purpose, it's going to be so much easier to go through those difficulties and those hurdles. And that's when you're really going to start loving your life, because you're like, yo, I don't need money. I don't need cars. I don't need materialistic things. I don't even need these other people. I have a purpose, and every day is another opportunity to get me further to that purpose or keep achieving that purpose. And to me, that's how, you know, I remain happy, and I really, you know, do love my life, is because I have a purpose, which is to inspire other people to live their best life while living mine as well, and just bring people closer to God, closer to themselves, and closer to others. So it's not about getting 1 million views on a video. It's about that one person that comments that said, hey, this really changed my life. And so find your purpose. Again, watch that video. Even if you have to pause this right now, watch that video by Simon Sinek. He explains it a lot better than I can, so I might as well just direct you to him and let you watch that. Number 5, I would say, keep your perspective in check. Like the saying goes, there's always someone that has it worse, right? Think about my apartment, right? We're about to get married. Lauren has a daughter. Right now, I just have a 1-bedroom apartment, and so we have to go and get a 2-bedroom. But they were asking for a lot of documentation that we don't necessarily have right now, because we work for ourselves. And so she was kind of stressed out, understandably, about what we were going to do, what that situation was going to look like. And I had to keep my perspective in check, because obviously it can be stressful, and you're like, yo, well, how are we, you know, people say all the time, how are you going to be able to get this or get that or do this or do that? And I had to think about the people in Puerto Rico, people in Brazil, people in other countries. If they saw the apartment that I have right now, even though in America it's not crazy, it's not big, but to them, they would be so grateful. They would have 3, 4, 5 people living in this one bedroom apartment. People would sleep out here in the living room. People would sleep out there in the bedroom. Like, they would find room and they wouldn't complain. So yes, we want more, and it makes sense, obviously, to have 3 people, and you're married, you don't want to have your kids in there, you want to have another room, but that's not a need, that's a want. So we can't let our wants stress us out so much that we lose focus on our purpose, and that's why it's important to have a purpose. So always keep your perspective in check. When you start to get stressed, just think, how would somebody else look at this? How would somebody else view this? Is there people in a less fortunate situation? Is there something I should be thankful for? You start keeping your perspective in check, and that's how you're really, really, really gonna start loving your life, because you're like, yo, this is really not that bad. And going back to number 1, even if it is, it's not hard to overcome it. I'm gonna overcome it. I'll be there soon. I'm gonna get over this. It's just another hurdle, just another process. So definitely keep your perspective in check. That takes us to number 6. And number 6, I would say, is enjoy the journey. Don't just focus on where you want to go. Take that back to YouTube. Don't just focus on, hey, I want 1,000 subscribers, or I want $1 million, or I want to move here, I want to do this. It's good to have that vision, but you also have to know, like, it's going to take a little bit to get there, and you need to enjoy the journey. That's why, me and Lauren, as we prepare for this marriage, I don't want us to just focus on the wedding. I don't want us to just focus on, when we have enough money to buy a mansion, or we have 3 kids or whatever. It's like every single day, every second, every minute that we have together, enjoy those minutes, even the obstacles, even the hardships. It's a journey. Enjoy that process, because before you know it, it's over. Yes, when you're in the motion, the days can be long, but at the same time, just think about everything you've done in your life as you're watching this video. It's already done. Everything you've accomplished in your life, it's done. Just like that. You probably felt like, hey, I was just a kid not too long ago, and it's over. So enjoy the journey, and that's how you're gonna love your life. You have your purpose, you're surrounded by good people, you have your perspective in check, and you're just enjoying the journey, because you're like, going back to number 1, it's not hard. I can do this. So even when you're not there, you're like, man, I enjoy this. Things are hard, but this is going to be part of my story. When they make a movie about me, this is going to be the part that gets interesting, because the audience is going to be like, how the heck is this person going to overcome this and survive and succeed the way that they did? Number 7 is get closer to God. I don't know what religion you are. I don't know what your faith is. I'm not trying to preach you on that, but I think in order to really love your life, you really, really need to be as close to God as possible, because to me, that's how I have been able to meditate and get a calming sense of what I need to do. Sometimes we feel like we know our purpose, like I was talking about before, but it's just a man-made purpose. And so when things get hard, we're like, well, is this really what we need to do? Is this really what we should do? But when you know deep down that it's from God, the purpose, it's a lot easier to stay on that path, because you're like, I don't want to disappoint God. And also, if this is a purpose that he's given to me, obviously he's going to help me accomplish it, because why would he give me a purpose that I can't reach? It's only when we're unfaithful that we don't reach it, because he sees us as getting off of the path. And so that's where we have consequences. So if we can get to a point where we're close enough to God that he'll share our purpose with us, that's going to help us really, it's going to give us a good compass. And so I'll give you guys a tip. What I like to do is, whenever I take a shower, not every time, sometimes, what I do is I go in there, I turn the lights off, and if I can, I'll take a lighter, light a candle. So you can wash up, wash your hair, all that stuff with the lights on. Then when you're done, what I do is I turn the lights off, then light a candle, and I just sit on the floor. So I have, like, my shower is like the tub, so it's like a bathtub, and then it has the shower head. I just sit at the very end. So the shower head's here, I sit here, and I kind of just like curl up and just let the water like come over my head. And I just close my eyes, and I just say, like, just Lord, just come upon me and just give me wisdom and let me know like what I need to do. And I don't know if you feel like that works, if you feel like that doesn't work, if you ever tried it or not, but I would suggest you try it and just relax. Like, it's just the craziest sensation to me, because you don't even feel like you're like in the tub. Like, you just feel like you're in a whole nother world, and the ideas that will come to you, trust me, just do that. And don't ask like, Lord, please give me a Lamborghini, or please give me a mansion, or please let me date this girl. The way to do it is say, like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to do this or do that? Don't ask for a Lamborghini. Say, Lord, should I try to get a Lamborghini? Should I not try to get a Lamborghini? Should I go to Europe? Should I not go to Europe? Should I marry this person? Should I not marry this person? You don't need to ask for it. Ask if that's something you should do. Some things you can't ask, but I think it's better to just ask God if this is something you should pursue. If he says yes and you believe it, now you know, like, you have that purpose, and just go for it. So try that out. I would love it if you guys tried that out and you were able to get some ideas, able to get some visions, and those things actually happen. Or even if they don't happen, comment them down below and say, hey, I tried that deed, I got this vision, I'm gonna put it here, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and this will give you something to look back on. Just like I did a video, I can link it too, where I was like, yo, God has given us a vision to go to Rome. I didn't know how the heck we were gonna get there. And now it's like a month or two later, we're actually going to Rome in a couple of weeks, like going to Rome and Positano. So it's just crazy how things work out. I'll do more on that, but I do think you need to do those other 6 things, but when you get closer to God, that's just like the icing on the cake. I appreciate everybody that's watched this video, especially if you stayed in here this long. I don't want to make these videos all super long, but I also want to make them very valuable. So again, this November, I'm going to try to put out a video every single day. We're getting married on the 24th. So I want to put a video out every single day just to challenge myself to become a better person, help other people become a better people as well, better person, however you word that. And I just want to become the best man that I can going into this marriage. That way I'm just starting off on a positive note. I'm refreshed, I'm getting that good energy out there, and I'm ready to just start this new life with my beautiful wife on the best foot that I can while putting that positive energy out there. Because again, you never know when a day could be your last day, when a breath could be your last breath. So put all the positive energy you can out there and stop saying that you're gonna wait. Don't wait until you get married to do it. Don't wait until you go to Italy. Don't wait until you have kids. Put out the positive, as much positive energy as you can. So that's what I want to do this November. I hope this video, you know, reach someone that really need to hear it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below if you have anything that you want to add to this list. And other than that, I love you guys as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one. If you want to be successful, we kind of have to have like a no excuses mentality. Meaning, like, obviously things happen and you can't just be like go, but also you don't want your excuses or your reasons to become permanent.